House of Assembly passed the 2014 budget without the presence or contributions from members of the opposition. This is the first time the opposition has not been present for a budget debate, and it is also the first time a $300+ million budget, the largest amount, has been passed in the territory. The debate, which started just before 11 a.m. on Tuesday, February 11th, ran into the evening, ending just after 8 p.m. Premier and Finance Minister Dr. Deolando Smith wrapped up the proceedings.
Madam Speaker, I beg to report that the expenditure estimates for the year 2014 have passed through committee with amendments. Madam Speaker, I move that the bill entitled Appropriation Act 2014 be read a third time and passed as amended.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Appropriation Act 2014 be now read a third time and passed as amended. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? The ayes carry. The motion is passed as amended.
Now that the 2014 budget is passed, the government of the Virgin Islands can move forward with the various projects and plans as stated in the budget. Premier Smith emphasized that the inherited debt of $42 million had been paid off, and the BVI is now poised for the next phase of the recovery efforts, which will be supported by a $50 million capital investment program.
Madam Speaker, the budget before us then is intended to maintain the momentum that we had so far in the recovery process. And this is going to be done through the recurrent budget, which will take care of the things that we are doing now and continue those and improve on those. And also, Madam Speaker, through our capital investment program of over $50 million. Madam Speaker, I'll just look at the capital investment program first for a bit. I want to mention that first now because I've heard it say that secondhand that some of the other members of the House of Assembly were not coming to the meeting because there's nothing in the budget for them. But Madam Speaker, I'd just like to point out that the 8 or 9 major items on our capital investment program are basically national items. They're not about any particular district. Let me just, the first one, Madam Speaker, is about the sewage system. Everybody been speaking about the need to have the sewage problem in Eastern Longlook area fixed for the past, how many years? For the past 15 years. So I don't think, Madam Speaker, anybody can object to the fact that we're making this a priority. And that will account for $8,800,000 for this year and for about $7,300,000 in 2015. The Irish O'Neill Clinic, Madam Speaker, I think this is another project that's been spoken about for a lot of years, about 15 years as well. And Madam Speaker, something that the people in Virgin Gorda have been crying for and looking out for. And again, I don't see that anyone can say that this is not a national project. And in this budget, in our capital budget, Madam Speaker, we're providing $1.5 million in 2014 and $3 million in 2015 and $1.5 million in 2016 in order to make that project happen. Other project, Madam Speaker, the Dina Donovan's home. Madam Speaker, I think everybody in this country would like to see their elderly taken care of properly. A national effort, Madam Speaker. Roads infrastructure, Madam Speaker, another national project, providing $18.372 million, which includes a $13 million from the CDB loan, a project that involves all the road infrastructure in the BVI. And the Garda Fishing Complex, Madam Speaker, again, another $900,000 for this year for that project, and $600,000 in 2015. I think everybody in this country would like to see our fishing improve. Technical school, we put in $1.1 million into the technical school for this year. Another national project, Madam Speaker, the Eastern Longlook Harbor. Eastern Longlook Harbor is one of the largest harbors, and everybody knows that the activity in that harbor is very high. And therefore, if we want to continue our economic growth, it is important to put resources into continuing the growth of that harbor, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, water, and $3 million for water distribution. Madam Speaker, another national project. So, Madam Speaker, that $50 million dollars for the capital investment project, as far as I can see, is something that is trying to benefit the entire country, the entire BVI, all national projects.
A breakdown of the budget shows the Ministry of Education and Culture receiving the highest amount of $53.8 million, followed by pensions, public debt, and fund contributions with some $44.5 million. The Ministry of Communications and Works will receive $44.2 million, and the Ministry of Health and Social Development $41.6 million. $35.6 million has been appropriated to the Governor's Group, while $27.6 million has been appropriated to the Premier's Office. Over $26 million has been appropriated for contribution to the Development Fund, and the Ministry of Finance was appropriated $22.8 million. The Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor will receive $17.5 million, and $15.5 million has been appropriated for the Reserve Fund. Additionally, the House of Assembly, Cabinet, and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions have been appropriated $8.2 million. Premier Dr. Orlando Smith says, despite difficulties with dividing resources equitably among government ministries, his administration is committed to taking the territory forward.
As Minister of Finance, we are here to support the work of government, and that means to support the work of all the ministries of government, and we will continue to do that. It is sometimes, Madam Speaker, difficult to be able to divide resources in a seemingly fair way. But what we do, we sit down as a government and we prioritize, decide these are the things we want to see now, because these are things that are important. And as I said earlier, Madam Speaker, our capital investment program is geared towards moving forward and continuing the progress towards improving and developing the economy of these Virgin Islands.
Members of the House of Assembly on the government side supported the 2014 budget titled Towards Stability and Growth, with expected revenue generation of over $302 million and an estimated expenditure in the region of $257.8 million. Government's plans for modern, efficient infrastructures, including the cruise pier and airport expansion, water and sewage infrastructure, further infrastructural developments to schools, road rehabilitation projects, construction of the Nurse Iris O'Neill Clinic, the Adina Donovan Home at Spooner's Estate, and a social housing program are all anticipated to stimulate the job market and create new business opportunities for the territory.